welcome to a new episode. 9 months ago, we bought our 100-year-old stone house in the Croatian coast, and we have been renovating it ourselves.
So far, we spent around 100,000 euros on it. And in this video, we'll break it down for you, how much we spent for purchase and renovation. Let's go.
Real estate prices have been crazy in the last years, making it almost impossible for people, including us, to buy our first property.
We broke the piggy bank, combined our income from a decent German IT companies, and realized we could afford a house of approximately this size. And that's why we decided to take a different path. Buy an old stone house and renovate it ourselves. Our house is in a small village on the coast, right next to Makarska, with Biokova mountain behind us and the sea about 2 kilometers away, around 20-minute walk. It's quiet, the view is amazing, and we love it.
The house is actually 3 small stone houses in a row, which we plan to connect into one. Plus, there is a small garden on the right.
We paid 90,000 euros for all 3, and funny enough, the middle ruin was the most expensive one, about 35,000 euros. We did try really hard not to pay so much, but there wasn't any way around it. For us, the most important thing was to have clean papers and to be a single owner of the whole property.
And yeah, some people might say we paid too much, some people might say you paid too little or just about right. But considering the prices here in the coastal area, you can expect to be paying 3,000 to 5,000 euros per square meter. So at the end, one apartment of 60 square meters can be costing around 300,000 euros.
Easily.
Yeah, so we think we really got a good deal.
Yeah. And for that money, be sure you won't have this kind of view. And on top of the purchase price, we pay additional 5K for lawyers, contracts, agency commission, you know how that goes. So the whole purchase costed us around 95,000 euros. Let's take a little break of all these numbers and admire my mom's cat and how she's chilling in this position. Okay, back to numbers. With regards to renovation, first thing we did, we spent 2,500 euros on tools. It is a lot of money, but it's one-off, and these tools are going to serve us throughout the rest of this project, and probably even more.
If you want to get serious and be respected in all the construction side, then forget about it. This is what you need.
And then we started with demolition, emptying out the 2 houses and also cleaning the little yard in between and the one to the right side. Since we did all the work ourselves and we had the tools, we only needed to pay 300 euros for disposal of trash. Our first build was a stone wall. We've done about half and we'll finish the rest once the big work is done. We left it like that so we can still access the yard easily. We already had the stone, so we only paid about 500 euros for sand, cement, limestone and iron. And if you can remember, our stonemason neighbor helped for free, and we are super grateful to him for that. Now, the little house. We decided to start there, learn everything, and then repeat all of that on a big house. We started with the roof demolition. I removed the roof myself, and my brother helped to move the material out. So far, 0 euros spent. Then we did our concrete ring beam. The material costed about 1,100 euros. We did make a couple mistakes and had to redo parts, so that number includes extra material. But we did all the labor ourselves, meaning we definitely saved a lot of money. Then the roof structure followed. We went for high-end materials, a laminated ridge beam, 20 x 20 centimeters, laminated rafters, insulation, and we'll finish with Mediterranean tiles. We also ordered pieces a bit longer so we wouldn't come up short. It's easier to cut than fix mistakes. Total roof cost will be around 3,000 euros. It is expensive for such a small roof, but it will be strong and beautiful. Delivery for that material costed us about 300 euros. Then the last thing we did was drainage. We removed about 10 tons of soil and rocks by hand. We separated clean soil and reused it on the nearby land, and we'll also reuse the rocks later. Drainage material for the front drain costed about 300 euros. And that was the last thing we did so far. Meaning, so far, renovation costed us about 7,700 euros, including tools. Now, what we expect the full renovation to cost? Well, for the little house, we still have to do the floor, electricity, plumbing. We need to open 1 door and also 1 window.
2 windows.
No, 2 windows. She's right. So we expect to spend another 3,000 to 3,500 euros for the little house. So little house spent so far around 5,000. Total expected cost around 8,000 to 8,500. Now, the big house.
So for the big house, we want to replicate exactly what we did in the little house. And as a rough estimate, we have tripled the costs of the little house. So the estimation for the big house renovation is around 3,000 euros. It's about 30,000 euros. And for the 2 gardens, we are estimating around 5,000 euros for both gardens.
In the gardens, we want to do things like stone jacuzzi, barbecue, stone oven. But since we have all the rocks and are putting the work ourselves, it shouldn't be more than what Pau mentioned. Hopefully.
And that brings us to the final estimate of the full project.
Purchase in total, 95,000 euros. Tax and legal stuff included. Big house, around 32,000 euros. Little house, 8,500 euros in total.
2 yards, 5,000 euros, and water and electricity, 4,000 euros.
The total, drum rolls, 144 and a half, well, let's round it up to 145,000 euros.
What can you get for that money right now? Tell me, please.
A dog house in Makarska. And as many of you probably already know, the house renovation always ends up being more expensive than planned. So in that quote, we already calculated about 15% extra for everything, just to be safe. Furniture will come later at additional cost, but since we're also planning to do it ourselves, we don't expect a huge number there. And of course, the exact price of the house depends on many factors. Location, distance to the sea, mountain, the nearest city, infrastructure around, and of course, the view. Even a house a few kilometers away can have a completely different price.
If you're planning to go through similar situation, we really hope this can give you a very good reference point.
And that brings us to the end of this video. If this was of value to you, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting. This really helps us a lot.
Thank you so much for watching and see you next video.
Bye bye.